Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Forza here. Hope you're having an absolutely splendid day. We're having another squad building video today, and it's going to be a starter squad, nothing crazy. If you want some crazy squads, go watch last week's video. The week before there were 500k squads and my 2 million coin squad, which is now much more expensive as I've packed untradeable road to the knockout Werner as well. So it's a bit of a madness in the road to glory right now, but this is going to be a squad to get you guys started. I know we're about 5-6 weeks into the game now. Got the footbin screen here. Rather than doing it in game, I'm going to try and do this on footbin. It might make things a bit cleaner, a bit smoother for you guys. And it should just make the process a bit easier in general and to talk over whilst we do things. So this is going to be a starting squad because I know some people will still be picking up the game. Black Friday's around the corner, and then there's Christmas. And this is a video that will stay fairly similar starting squad wise, because it's going to be cheap as chips. Maybe a player rises for an SBC, but this is like a good base. And we'll head over to the squad builder. We can use the default 4-3-3, and we're going to be doing La Liga themed. Couldn't tell by the title. This is your OP starting squad. Ignore all the bloody ads that pop up. I can't stop them. It is what it is. So we'll start with the goalkeeper. I'm going to put all the players in. We'll go one by one. We're going to go with Unai Simon, who's 750 coins on Xbox. You can see the prices here on the right hand side as well, so it's easy to keep track of the prices. I'll go through one by one of why we've picked them afterwards, but just very quickly, he has the trait you want. He's 82 rated, 750 coins, fits the bill for what you need. Now, right back, we're going to go with Mr. Montiel, who I used a whole bunch on my second account, and a little bit on my main account. He's 78 rated. There's a couple other right backs you can go for. Some have a little bit better passing and shooting, but with a little bit less pace. You do have the odd pace merchant there, but who just doesn't have anything else going for them, and might be a little bit more expensive. Montiel fit the bill for a starting squad. Got good link options. There's a lot of good Argentines this year, specifically in La Liga if we get strong links. He has a Seville link, which obviously links to some people that will be in this team. Overall, just really good starting card for 1,000 coins. I'm going to go for the left back first, and we're going to go for Renan Lodi, who I think is a good card this year and very similar to Montiel. He's very well balanced. Like, if you look at the stats there, it's like just the defense and physical isn't crazy, but this year having overlapping fullbacks and actually getting them involved in the build-up play is very, very helpful. So you want that bit of pace, the ability to dribble, and ultimately you want good stamina. So Montiel's got fantastic stamina. I believe Renan Lodi's got decent stamina too. We'll check that in a second. He does have his road to the knockout card, which people are raving about and think is better than Mendy. So there's a lot of upgradability paths with this team, and that's specifically why I've built it. Now we're going to get strong links in here for the centre backs, and this is to sort of aid your squad building. We're going to go for Koundé, who I think is excellent this year. He's got the high work rates. He is on the smaller side and not as much physical, but the high work rates, and he's got really good interceptions and defensive awareness. He wins the ball back so much for, I think it was 6,000 coins if I get the full breakdown here. 6,000 coins. He's so good, and we're going to pair him with Eder Militao, and this is where you get the bit of muscle in the team. The thing is here, both centre backs can dribble, both can pass, both have good defending stats, and they're both pacey. That's hard to come by, and I think it's underappreciated for how cheap these guys are. Like, the combination is just over 10,000 coins, but you need good centre backs this year. Defensive awareness is huge, and this is a really good starting point. And what you can do if you move them around, it means Eder Militao and Renan Lodi, they get a strong link to one another, and Montiel and Koundé get a strong, and that can help with squad building. Obviously, there are keepers you can strong link in the future. Now, in this system, I will mention a variant, but I'm going to go for 3 box-to-box defensive midfielders here, and that's because the likes of the 4-3-1-2, 4-3-2-1, and the 4-1-2-1-2 Gnarl are very meta this year. So having, say, like a defensive DM, a defensive midfielder, and then 2 box-to-box players either side, one that can get in the box and score goals, is very big this year. It fits the meta wonderfully. I will mention who you can fit in instead, so we'll just go into them. So our defensive player in this system is going to be Mourinho, and don't overlook this guy. He has been so underrated this year, and when we dive into his full stats, you'll see why. For 1,300 coins, 1,300 right? Yeah, 1,300 coins. He's on the slower side, but the likes of Alan has similar pace, and he's being used by a lot. Mourinho's a fantastic defensive midfielder, and we're going to pair him with 2 great box-to-boxes, which is Valverde with the high 86 pace. Obviously, that's the big thing about him. Bit of shadow on him. He'll be everywhere in the pitch. And this is a little favourite of mine this year that I really liked, and I have his one to watch, and it's DePaul. I actually bought the one to watch, and I'm keeping it. He It's very similar to Renato Sanchez for me, as in regards to gold cards that just fit the bill. I had him coming off the bench for quite some time, but he has just been fantastic for me. And why I like him again for squad building is for our striker is going to be Carrera, who's 1300 coins. You get a perfect link there. Specifically, if you wanted to, you can have Montiel also give a strong link to DePaul, and then have Carrera linked in. There's really good squad building options. And then again, if you want another strong link for Atletico Madrid, we go to Carrasco for the left mid spot. Really well balanced card. He's also high, bit weaker, but I've found great success when using him this year. And the right wing, I know a lot of people will be jumping to Dembele, who is a bit out of budget, because remember, this is a starting team. You've hopped on FIFA and you've played a few squad battles to get some coins in. And we're going to go for Porto, who I think was very underrated last year, mainly because of the weak foot. He's a 4-star. I think he's 4-star, 3-star. I can't remember which way around. He wasn't 83 rated last year, but he had a road to the final card, which was quite good. And even his goal card early in the year for me as a super sub did bits, and it's similar this year. His passing, shot shooting, and dribbling is all average, but it's all well balanced. And then he's got good pace and good physical. So for a winger that's going to get up and down the pitch, he is what you want. Obviously, we'll get 100 chemistry. It's easy. And this team, you'll be able to use this team. It obviously depends on how good you are at the game. For me, for example, on my second account, I think I've only played 2 Division 5 and then focused on getting to Division 1 on my main account. But I used a very, very similar team to this. I just had a bit of a hybrid on the left side. And I was able to climb the divisions very easily. All very capable. Correa is actually a fantastic striker. And that covers the team. And what we'll go now is just sort of dive into each player. I'll try and open them in 2 tabs, and we can look through and see who is the best, what's the chem styles maybe for them, and where they're going to play. I did note, if you want to, I would drop one of the midfielders and put like Fekir or Gomez in as cam. So either I'll put the one who I'm referring to. Fekir, if my Wi-Fi wants to load, 3,000 coins, good cam if you want to play maybe like a 4-2-3-1. And then there's also Gomez, who is a little bit faster. The Wi-Fi is taking a beating right now. Here you go, 87 PS, 5,000 coins. If you wanted to play a 4-2-3-1, I'd probably remove either DePaul or Valverde. To be honest, keep Mourinho as your big DM. Leave one of these guys as the box-to-box, and then let Fekir or Gomez play, and it's still going to be a cheap beast squad. So in Simon, goalkeepers is up to you. While you have him in, he's got 3-star weak foot. He can actually kick the ball. He's got saves with feet and comes across. So saves with feet is always huge to have. He is 6'3", so he's not small. There are some, you do want as tall a keeper as possible with saves with feet. But Simon hits the nail on the head for that, and he's a good starting option. I would eventually upgrade to the inform Bunau. I can't pronounce his name, but he was tremendous for me whenever I used him. So he is 2-star weak foot, but was still good kicking, and he has saves with feet, comes across his and the long throw. And I put a glove on him, and he's a laugh to have. He's very good for them, and that's for future upgrades. Kunde, you put a shadow on him. That's how it is. Again, he's high. He doesn't have any traits, but even his base, what you want to pay attention to is these interceptions, right? He's got 86 interceptions, and he's got 85 defensive awareness. This is higher than Kimpembe has, and this is why he's better than Kimpembe for me. Obviously, Kimpembe has more physicality, but look at the blistering PS, the ability to pass the ball. He's got good dribbling, and then he's got this fantastic defending. He's just a great centre back. Montiel, I put an anchor or shadow, depending on what you have. Possibly go an anchor, or even just leave him on base to give you plan to get him out of the team as soon as possible. That kind of depends on how long you want him in the team. But he's got 93 stamina with 87 aggression. Both those stats are huge this year, especially for fullbacks. He's just an average right back. He gets the job done. He's up and down the pitch, does what you need him to. I've opened 2 of him by accident. We've then got Militao, who you can see isn't as strong as some centre backs, but he's there. And again, I would probably put a shadow on him. He can also dribble and pass. It's sort of repeatedly. This is just set up with 2 PSA strikers who have good physicality and good defending. Obviously, his interceptions are mad as well. So those through balls, both Kunde and Eder Militao will help to pick those out for days. But that's what I do with him. Again, if for either Kunde or Militao, if you don't plan to keep them in the team for too long, smack an anchor on them, and that's how you'll get rolling. Renan Lodi, you can see this is the road to the. That's the version I was discussing, who a lot of people like over Mendy. You could work towards him. 130k isn't too bad for a fullback. You can make coins quite easily this year, and they have a chance of getting. He has a chance of getting at least 1 upgrade. 4-star, 3-star. He's got 84 stamina, which if you're attacking with fullbacks, you'll need to take him off at the 70th minute. he will drain. If he's just balanced, he'll get through the game fine. Again, he's just a well-balanced card. Probably an anchor or a shadow on him. Shadow if you're desperate for the pace, if you want to save some money on chem style cards or you have them in the club, go for an anchor. Just a really good left back for the money. This is Mourinho, who I would say is the underrated person this year, and you're going to put a shadow straight on him. And he's 3-star, 3-star. He's high. He can hit it with outside foot. He can hit it with flair. Again, it's just his stats. Like, these defending stats are better than some like 83 rated centre backs, which is mad. He's got good dribbling across the board. He's taller, a little bit clunkier with the agility and balance, but that's fine for a defensive midfielder. His passing, which is it sounds stupid, the passing stats matter this year. You can't just blindly pass like you could last year. So having the mix of like he's just a well balanced card for 1,300 coins, and he can stay in your team for a while. Like I want to just glance at Alan very quickly, because Alan's not expensive this year. In previous FIFAs he would be expensive. He's similar price, but people are using this guy in the team. Obviously, he's got the extra skill move, but he's very similar. I'd probably prefer Mourinho. So just for context there, Rodrigo De Paul I use in an attacking sense in my system, so I'd probably put an engine on him, just help him get in the box. Or if you want to, keep a basic on him. He's got the 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He's got the finesse shot. And he's right-footed, so I play him on the left. So I play him left centre mid in a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Let him finesse shots for days. His one to watch could be worth picking up. I feel he will get upgraded this year at some point. I thought Madrid were playing well. He's been playing well. Valverde, yes, merchant galore. Again, probably just the shadow on him. If you want to make him a bit beefier, maybe an anchor, maybe an engine. But most people go with a shadow just to max out the pace. He's got the 4-star weak foot, and basically have him and De Paul run up and down the pitch and have a field day with it. And then we're on to the attackers. So there's Porto. So he's 3-star, 4-star. That's what it was. He's got his finesse shot. He's right-footed, but he is playing on the right side, so you might not get too much chance to use that. You can obviously still finesse to a degree with the 4-star weak foot. I think I had a finisher. I tested him with a finisher and a marksman. You can see there, both do a job. If you want the passing, you can put a dead eye on him. Any of these chem styles, really whatever you have in the club. I quite like the marksman because it gets the ball control and the dribbling up and the reactions. And because he's not a striker, the positioning isn't as key. Again, very good card. He's high, so if you maybe want to play with your defenders coming back, or your wingers coming back, he can do that job too. Carrasco, 4-star, 4-star. Doesn't have. He's got flare trait, which you want. His composure's a little bit lower. I didn't. There was too many issues. He's high medium. He's got decent stamina for a striker. Put a hunter on him. Have a field day. He will surprise you for the coins. If the market's obviously quite dead this year, and that's just how it is. Any other FIFA, this guy's really high. Well, not really high, but he's a higher price than what he is right now. Like, he shouldn't be 1,300 coins, but he is. And then finally, you have Carrasco, who most are going for an engine. It depends how you're using him. If you're getting him in the box to try and score, I'd probably put a hunter on him. Get as much pace as possible. If you're not too fussed about pace, which isn't as big this year, probably look. You want the positioning up a little bit, so either a Deadeye or a Hunter. I'd like the pace on him, so I'd go Hunter. He's 4-star, 4-star, high again, so much like Porto, gives you some options. But that's the team. That's the starting squad. That'll get you going. I highly recommend trying it if you're looking for a starting squad, if you're making a second account, whatever it could be. Let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of the squad. If you want to see similar, any different price ranges. If you enjoyed it, leave a big thumbs up on it. It's greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help me on this content journey. And without any further ado, go follow my TikTok. I'm going to be posting lots of content there. It's down below. Have a good day. Enjoy your evening, whatever time you're watching. Have a good morning, whatever it is. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.